Hello and welcome. Once again, I'm gonna be doing a different type of video. I keep switching what kind of content I'm making, pretty much purely based on feeling. But it's spooky month, right? And we like spooky month. Uh, if you've been a part of the Discord at all, you know how much I love Higurashi and how much I've talked about that. There's actually supposed to be a Higurashi video like 2 years ago, but Seventh Expansion does not want that video on YouTube ever. Anyway, I want to talk about a manga I read about 3 weeks ago, and I was making a box for a customer. By the way, I'm going to preemptively apologize to this customer. I am so sorry about what I sent you. I did not know. I, I did not know, but now I do. We're gonna talk about something called Tohyo Game. It's a three-part manga. There's three of them, three releases. I had the first one, and I read it. I was like, hey, this isn't bad. It's cool. Put it in a box, shipped it out. And I was like, yeah, they're getting something real good. And I was like, you know what? I like that. Let me go read the rest. I don't think in a while, in a long time, have I read something this bad. It's really, really, really bad. I can't quite put into words why it's that bad, other than it is pure nonsense. It makes no sense. And we're gonna go through it. I'm just gonna read it. We're just gonna experience it together, and this is gonna be my second time experiencing it, so I'm not quite looking forward to it. But hey, we get to laugh at it and talk about how this even saw print. Have it up on here, ready to read. I'm not looking forward to this. So right off the bat, the cover is not bad. Like it looks good. The art is good. It's done by Tatsuhiko, and I looked it up. He had done other stuff as well, and they all looked pretty good. And that's probably the last of the compliments I would be giving about this series. The author, G.O., I looked up, didn't see much. Same with Chihiro, but Chihiro actually did some things that reviewed very well, including the Corpse Party adaptation, and like two other manga that looked good. So, it's these people have done stuff. What happened here? Anyway, we're gonna read Tohyo Game, One Black Ballot to You. So it starts with a dream sequence. We get the situation where we're meeting the main character through him having a dream, and it's neat. This is the one absolute rule that controls us all. So, kill me. And we see, a good kill scene. And that's cool, Like, that reminds me of Higurashi. It starts with a good kill scene. Like, hey, classic. Good stuff, good stuff. And it looks good too, Like, once again, the art throughout looks good. No issues with that. I have issues with everything else, though. Our main character, of course, wakes up in middle class, and as typical, everyone's like, "Ha! Look at him, sleeping in class." And right off the bat, I wanna point out something interesting, and it's gonna be something that pops up throughout. The teacher does not care, and that's gonna be a reoccurring theme for every adult throughout this whole thing. None of them will care about anything happening ever. Anyway, we have his best friend here. He made a perfect first impression. Shusuke. Shusuke? My name is Shusuke Takayama. I'm just a regular high school student, plain and inconspicuous with no particular talents. My favorite anime main character, the boring one. So we learn a little about him. He had a bad dream. Cute girl appears. What was that all about? Well, I was just kind of half asleep. Falling asleep in class on the first day of school. So it's the first day of school, which is also interesting. I actually didn't catch that the first time I was reading this. This is the first day of school. That's important later on as we meet these characters. I bet you were up all night practicing how to introduce yourself, weren't you? So we have cute girl making fun of MC, classic. This is Wakabe Utsuki. And she is exactly the type of character that you imagine her being. Best friend, does silly stuff, and of course is romantic interest. And we get, we get. I totally forgot this happened in the beginning. We get a fly open scene as well, cause haha. And so we're belittling MC here, and this is where the plot starts. We get a text. To commemorate the formation of new class 2A, we're holding a popularity contest. Voting eligibility. The boys of class 2A deadline for votes 2400 hours tonight. So, they gotta get in before midnight. Subject to vote, the following 5 girls, and then they rate girls. Like I said earlier, this is their first day of school, and this is how they want to start it? What? What do you think of my plan? Says the best friend. Kazuto. So this is your doing. It's just a little present from your best friend to help you hurry up and get used to the new class? What? And this is Kazuto Sato. As you can see, he's a hopeless jokester. Yep, he sure is. I worked really hard to get the entire class's numbers, So he's also creepy. Good. So, everyone, they gotta get everyone's vote. And obviously, the girls hate it. Because that makes sense. Of course. So guys, that's how it is. Don't worry, the voting uses a special site, so it's totally anonymous. Your login info included in your individual messages. The deadline for voting is tonight at midnight. Let's try to get everyone participating, okay? So he's being all extravagant about it, classic. And MC's just like, they're my precious friends. Class 2A, 20 boys and 19 girls. I messed up right from the very start. But maybe with these two by my side, I can still make things work. MC's trying his best. He's like, yeah, I had my fly down, but everything's gonna be A-okay. But we're reading a horror manga, so, Shizuke-kun, vote for me, says the best friend. And so now we have the after-school situation. They're talking about voting. Talking about the characters, there's not really that much interesting going on. It's mostly just preposition, and the manga really forcing you to know how many characters are of which. Like, how many girls, how many boys. Which does matter, but, like, we just met these people. This isn't Battle Royale. I'm just gonna put that out. We don't get, like, chapters of exposition that all are woven perfectly together. No, it's just kind of smashed into our face. Anyway, even if the girls can't stand me, I'm good as long as the guys are getting all fired up. I've been preparing all sorts of stuff since last year, just for this. Why has he been preparing, by the way? That makes... Preparing for what? Just for this? Okay. What do you think? You can read through the girls' profiles right on the site. So he made profiles for each girl with, like, information. A lot of jokes there. And the girls can edit their own introductions however they want. This is their chance to appeal to the boys. Yep. Is that what you meant by a different way for the girls to participate? I'm all about having fair and balanced vote. Fair, huh? What about mine? Not here, huh? To get back. What's wrong? I got a new phone over spring break. I missed that. That makes other things that happen make more sense. I got a new phone over spring break, and I don't really know how to use it yet. It's a smartphone, so can't just figure it out. Not all girls are good with gadgets like you boys, you know. You just want to open up your profile page, right? There, I got it. What? And then there's a scantily clad picture of her. Why? Why is that there, dude? Why? Why? Like, how did you envision this going down, best friend character? That the girls were just gonna see this and be like, "Yep, this is okay with me." Come on, you'll be more popular, you know. I don't need that filthy sort of popularity. You know, being popular with high school boys means that they're sexually attracted to you, right? Holy, oh my god. Oh, never mind. This manga is bad right off the start. I might, thinking back, I actually might have just skipped this whole part and just like went straight to the interesting parts. That was probably smart of me. I dodged a lot of things. I dodged a lot of red flags, as they say. Anyway, they argue. They describe each character. There's Rumiko Date, Hikari Iwata, Yuko Makimoto, Saya Nakajima, and they just kind of give descriptions for each one. It doesn't matter. We're never gonna care about any character throughout this series, and trust me, you won't. Maria Yamamura, student number 39, no data. Spooky. You were asleep, so I guess you didn't know. She's a transfer student. So there's a transfer student, because of course. She sits. she sits. She sits right next to you. Next to me. She missed school right after transferring, huh? Of course, of that I don't have any info on her. So we have a mystery student, add to the mix. She'll be important later. I'm going back to school for a bit. I at least want to get a picture of her. So, creepy best friend heads back to school to get a picture of girl. So now we have Shizuke just hanging out in bed. It's late at night. He just finished voting. But then, turns out they actually did get a picture of her. And it's... it just looks... it's just spooky. For like no reason. I have no idea why. She's from that dream! So he throws his phone on the ground. And then we cut to a girl hanging herself. And now, I think this is where I skipped to. I think I just skimmed through the book and just saw this, like, okay, good. I'll start here, I guess. So, girl hangs herself. And it was the girl with the 0 votes that we saw earlier. Because, that's really sad. And this is where I thought, oh, maybe this has a good take on revenge, or, maybe some bullying, depression stuff. No. I guess we'll see. Announcing round 1 results for the popularity contest. The girl shining in the #1 spot is Yuka Makimoto-san. And, of course, the best friend's all excited and does not understand at all that this is really weird and creepy and unsettling. And we have Rumiko here getting angry, saying that you'll regret doing this someday. And the best friend antagonizes her. And then we go to Marina is in 4th place and Hikari Iwata is in 5th place. And the best friend's like, where are they? Where could they be? They're both absent today, says the teacher. Sato, erase those scribbles on the board. Marina Yamamura, just as I thought, only one vote. So, who did you vote for? Asks the best friend. So, who did you vote for? Makimoto-san, right? Hey, you like you're really getting into it. As the vote keeper, that makes me really happy. It's about the time to send out the announcement for the second round. So why do we have a second round? What is this game? Does anyone do this? Is this a thing that happens? Like, whoa, what? I'm not gonna remember anyone's names. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna say Twin Tail Girl. Enough already, Sato. We'll live in third place, Date-san. Antagonize her a little bit. She brings up how the girl that we saw hang herself has been kind of depressed, and that there's a very good reality that she probably didn't take this well, and she's been bullied. So, you know, we're getting a little sad. Hey, leave Wakabe out of it. I haven't done anything yet, see? And now, everyone looks at their phone, and everyone's entered into a popularity contest, but it's for the boys this time, and the girls will vote for them. However, it looks just like the message I sent yesterday. What is up with the voting site? The best friend didn't do it. Who did it? What the hell? There's a boys vote going on the site. Is this a bug in the program? No. Wait, did it get hacked? Everyone, did you see the message? Let's make sure Sato doesn't get any votes to give him a taste of how Hikari felt. So, they're gonna enact revenge, you know, give him 0 votes. You know, make him feel like shit. Classic. The next day, yo, Shizuke, you see the results? It was even worse than I expected. Yeah, to be honest, I was surprised. The final number of votes when the deadline hit was 18. That means all the girls in the class but one ended up voting. We know who didn't vote. Girls sure stick together. Not that. The fact that you're actually that popular. So, surprising no one MC's popular for unknown reasons. That popular was just 3 votes. And we learned that Sato is in 4th place with 0 votes. We get some conversations with other males. We have the bad boy. We have soccer player. We have the bookworm, you know. All characters we're gonna really care. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try, sorry. If you wanna look through it and read it yourself, go ahead, but it's not gonna matter, trust me. Anyway, main character is kind of making fun of his best friend. Best friend doesn't seem to really be phased. So Shizuke is just like, haha, oh you. And then, who's behind this horrible joke? Wakabe, what's going on? Well, that was on Iwata-san's seat. Sato, did you do this? And we see a bouquet of flowers, as if they had passed. This is taking it way too far. Calm down. I just got here, so. You know, Akari? She got bullied like this in high school, too. Or junior high. She was just starting to recover. She was just starting to get back to the cheerful girl she used to be. I'll get rid of them. So we have, you know, we have a backstory now. The girl who we saw hang herself had been bullied. And with this start, right, you'd assume that we have, I guess, like a trigger, you know, a start. But you'll see in a second that none of this really matters. Oh no. Because we're getting all this backstory, right? And you're thinking like, oh, this character's important. We should really care about this girl who's bullied. The manga sure don't, though. Oh no, it's alright. Just leave them there. You're all here, right? Says the teacher. Calm down, listen to me. Yesterday, Hikari Iwata passed away. How? Well, I hate to say this, but it was suicide! Oh my god! Wait, right now. I'll start with you, Kazuto-san. So, they bring in Kazuto. They're gonna talk to him, be like, hey, why did you do this really creepy game? Which makes sense, right? Like, this is the one point throughout the whole manga where anyone that's an adult does something. This is it. This is the last. This is the last time we're ever gonna see an adult do something. It hasn't been even half an hour since Kazuto got summoned, but it feels like been an hour or two. We're like a bunch of prisoners waiting to be sentenced to death. Foreshadowing. It is all Sato's fault. This would have never happened if he hadn't started that popularity contest. Yeah, we didn't do anything wrong. You guys voted too, didn't you? Then you're all guilty. You all ganged up on Hikari to bully her. I guess, but not really. It's most just the best friend who just did a really shitty game. I mean, I assume they're freshmen in high school, right? They're like 15. So they're really dumb. It's not like I didn't vote for you, Wada. I just voted for someone else. Yeah, this has nothing to do with me. Or me. Or me. What is with you guys? You're all being so selfish. So they squabble for a little while, they fight. They bring up that the girls are just as bad because they bullied the guys as well because they gave 0 votes to some of them. So, they're all just terrible. Anyway, we get a big old stop, yelling, a little bit of crying. And then we get a good I like this scene. It's good. I think this is I lied earlier. I'll give another compliment. This scene right here, good. And I think this is a huge part of why I was like, hey, this will be interesting. I was so naive. I'm sure Kazuto-san, I keep saying san. I'm sure Kazuto-kun really regrets what he did by now. And we see him falling in the background. Splat! And then we see his head caved into the ground. So he's dead too! So now we have Hikari and Kazuto, both dead, within 24 hours. The popularity contest. This was all just a horrible accident brought by a bad joke. That was what we all thought. Until a moment later, Nakamura just fell down the stairs. Scratch that. 3 people have died within 24 hours. It's a curse. Hikari-san cursed us. Santa-kun, Nakamura-kun both died because they got no votes, just like Hikari-san. I like how we went right there. Like, there's no other possible situation, right? It had to have dealt with the popularity contest. It had to be a curse. It had to be done by Hikari. All facts. Right off the bat. There's nothing else that could have caused it. So, now we get... That's right, the incident had just begun. Class 2A currently 18 boys, 18 girls. So we get a very Battle Royale feel here. We get the who is left at the end of the chapter. I was thinking hey, I like this. I like this so far. And it is good so far, it's interesting, Classic schlocky Japanese horror with games for some reason that's really popular. But things start to fall apart very soon after this. Trust me. After the first book, things go downhill pretty quickly. So next chapter we have a flashback to Kazuto, oogling women, getting beaten up, and now we have his head caved into the ground, and then we have MC looking at the phone. The 3rd popularity vote has started. We're cursed! Hikari-san cursed us! Don't be an idiot. You're right. Whoever said that random the glasses dude, he's right. Don't be an idiot. That doesn't make any sense. Sato's messing with us. He sent the message out right before he jumped. No. Kasuto would not do something like that. He was an idiot and a joker. No, he was a perv. He was a freaking weirdo. But he was always trying to make things fun for everyone. That's also very questionable. It has to be a curse. Both Sato-kun and Nakamura-kun. They died because they got no votes, just like Hikari-san. And again, they keep saying that as if it's fact. I guess, maybe. I guess so. I guess that makes sense. So we have police looking after it, which is hilarious because they don't do anything. Popularity round 1, Hikari Wada, 0 votes. Popularity round 2, Kazuto Sato, 0 votes. The other guy, 0 votes. Yeah, it's the 0 votes thing. Everyone with 0 votes is gonna die. It's true. Is it a coincidence or? It's not a coincidence. Of course, it's not. It wouldn't have plot if it wasn't. You know better than anyone else, don't you? He may not have looked it, but he was a really responsible guy. I'm sure he was trying to end it on his own way. There's no such thing as a curse. Then what about that message? Someone in the class just took advantage of his plan to screw with us. That's all. But who? I can't wait until you guys figure out who, because God, it's bad. It could be that someone killed Kazuto. They killed him to make it look like a curse? Come to think of it, someone left the classroom along with Nakamura. Tamakaki Kayama. Did he push Nakamura down the stairs? And then Kazuto? No. There was someone else who wasn't there at the time. Marina, the girl from the dream! Ooh, the spooky girl! Oh, it has to be her, obviously. More everything thinks. That message was just a bad joke. Then why are these people dead? I don't know. There's nothing to worry about for now. You're not entered, right, Wakaba? Yeah, true. I'll see you tomorrow, right here. And then they kind of hang out house. Which, this part makes sense, right? They just had 3 people who died. Of course they're going to stay the night together. But, like, where is the adults? this is a large part of it. Where are their parents? Tell somebody. Like, hey, Mom, I'm having a rough day. My best friend just killed himself. Like, what? Are they just not gonna say anything? Like, anyway. I know. I'll make us some dinner. I'm actually a pretty good cook, So they have casual dinner, hang out, play some games, and then they hang out to midnight. Who are you voting for? I told you there's no curse. Besides, no one's even gonna vote after all that happened. Are you sure? And then we look, and of course people have voted. 9 of them! I thought they're all scared of the curse. But they don't vote. I'm sure the ones who do believe in the curse will blame them. They'll say, oh, you're okay with the classmates dying. That's what everyone is afraid of. We're gonna keep this damn vote going because of that. I'm scared. Everyone. We're all looking forward to our new class until yesterday. And Kazuto-kun was just trying to get everyone fired up. And like, okay, I know Kazuto's dead, but like that was not the best way to get everyone fired up. Then they have a moment, but a phone call. Who is it? Takayama? This voice. Date-san. If you haven't voted yet, then vote for me. I'm the only one with no votes yet. So we have Date-san going mad because she has no votes. And she's literally begging. Like, please, please, vote for me. And he does. Oh wait, no. Hey. It's gonna be a long, long video. Huh? Oh man, this is gonna be fun to edit. That's for sure. What have I done? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a book at a time, maybe. Yeah, that sounds good. I probably won't do this all at once. Yeah. Yeah, book at a time sounds good. And this is very easy to set up. Yeah. Yeah. This ain't mm, hard at all to deal with. Hmm. Yeah. No, let's finish this book. Yeah. I guess, or maybe we can review in chapters. Ah, maybe rather just maybe I don't know. Maybe just have it all in one big video. Maybe we'll see. After the call, we have our MC meeting up with her, seeing if Date is fine. Seems she's okay. They talk for a little bit. They squabble. She feels remorse. She feels sorry. But he's like, that wasn't your fault. It's okay that you felt angry. And good conversation. Let's end this stupid popularity contest. End it? None of these votes were Kazuto's work except for the first one. There's someone else in the class who's watching and laughing while we are all panic. If we give in to fear and participate, then we're just falling into their trap. So MC is like kind of with it here for now. But what he's saying makes sense. Anyway, I'm going now. Wakaba's waiting for me. Wait! Takayama! Tate-san. And so she snatches up the phone. I made it! And votes for herself. No, I don't want to die. Please vote for me. If you vote for me, I'll do anything. There. I voted for you. So just get lost. Stop contaminating our precious place. Oh, snap. Yeah, I actually really like that. I forgot about that. That's good. That's good. You really are nice. So we have now Wakabe and MC hanging out together. She's saying like, oh yeah, that was really nice of you. Then we have Date like coming up to him as well, being like, if there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. And pretty much stating like, I'm only here because you voted for me. So she's in full belief that she would have died. Absolutely. Then I'll see you in the classroom. What is with her? Wait, did Date-san really get saved? Kazuto-kun said that the last place was out. What if it's not the person with no votes, but the one in last place who dies? Ooh! Rumiko Date, 1 vote. Last place! And then we see Chuck-kun here just flying for it. It is gunning for Date here. Date-san! And then we see Chuck-kun hit not Date, but this rando dude who is also in the same class. Fujime-kun fell into the tracks. Has anyone heard from Hiroyuki? He's not picking up his phone. So now we see that a bunch of guys are dying, so people are pretty confused. Shizuki-kun, I told Oka-sensei, he said that the teachers are going to have a meeting, so we should wait in the classroom. So, that's a lie. The teachers are just like, oh, no, you're just dying left and right, let's get the fuck out of here. Sorry, Wakabe. Everyone, listen up. Takuya and some others died in a bus accident. So 7 students died. Class 2A now only has 11 boys and 18 girls. So it was all guys. Why did all guys die? So it really is a curse. But why? It was supposed to be the girls' turn this time. So why was it the guys, not the girls? Shizuka-kun, I think I know what all the dead boys have in common. Chapter 4. So now, at this point, I was curious, and I bet some of you are too. How is this happening? How does this make any sense? And so the first thought I had, I was like, all right, this is just Final Destination, right? Final Destination worked on pretty much death. Death was the foreboding force. It was unstoppable. It was going to kill people. And that's just what you bought in Final Destination. It was scary because we knew what it was in the sense of that death was going to happen to these people in any way, shape, or form they couldn't run for or stop it. In here, we have a game, so we have rules, and so the question is someone making this game work, like behind the scenes? Like, is someone, like, did someone make Truck Kun kill somebody? Did someone make the train derail or whatever happened? Like, someone pushed the guys off or whatever? Or is it just some unstoppable force that's, mysticism and whatever? And so it begs the question, how is this gonna work? And we're gonna see a little bit here, but we'll see later, and it's good. It's real good. What do you mean? I'll tell you on one condition. What? Now what is she plotting? Give me your phone number. What? Don't you want to know the death rules? Wakabe, what are you saying at a time like this? Our friends are dead. What a good line. Wakabe is just like, what is wrong with you? Our friends are dead. What has he ever done for you? Nothing, right? But I'm different. He saved my life and I saved his. I saved his life. So, Data is just mean. she's just not nice. I think we should tell the police. Yes. Yes. Why haven't we done that? Why haven't we told a single soul about what has happened here? Ugh. That will die if we don't get votes in a popularity contest? They'll never believe that. Well, don't say that then, idiot. Say that your friends are dying. I don't understand. How is this so complicated? But we have proof right here. If we show them our phones, they should at least listen to us. If you really think then, go right ahead. But you should really just give up. If you don't want to die, of course. The vote will continue. The police can't possibly stop it. I mean, any minute now. So, like, we have to take this for fact as well. Why? Why can't the police stop this? It's a phone game. It's some text. Why can't... What do you mean? We're all gonna die. No one can stop it. So she's losing her mind. I really like this part. This part's good. As I'm sure you all know, today and yesterday we've experienced horrible incidents that resulted in the loss of several of the lives of our precious students. Teachers, police, parents. What? Right off the bat, Shizuke is so not trusting of adults. And I think I get why after finishing this. Because adults are not trustworthy at all. In this universe, they do nothing. Should we go to some adult about this, like Wakabe suggested? But the police and the health department are looking toward discovering what is behind these events. We ask that you refrain from reporting anything to the media. Does not explain anything. What do you mean, the health department? Is it true that it's only kids from 2A dying? Oh, that kid has his priorities straight. Isn't that bad? Oh, please, try not to spread any unfounded rumors. Anyway, given the situation, we'll be canceling classes for a week starting tomorrow. Follow your homework teacher's directions and make your way home quickly. So, like, school is just like, get out. We don't understand what's going on, but you need to take it else. You need to take it somewhere else. Will the adults actually be any help? Besides, those things that Date-sen said earlier are bugging me. What does she know about this? What are these death rules? The other boys won't take me seriously. I saved his life, she said. No way. And we have the teacher talking to them. Oh boy. As the principal said earlier, schools would be suspended. Everything is called off. Classes, of course, but also clubs and other extracurricular activities. This is bad. If I'm right about this, then if we're not in school, however, you will be coming to school tomorrow as usual. Why? Screw his teacher. What do you mean they have to come in? Hey, what's that all about? Why just us? Hey, Sensei, give us an explanation. Shut up! No rhyme or reason to this. This dude's just like, screw this. I'm out. This is not open to discussion. That is all. He just leaves. What a horrible teacher. He does not care at all. He's just like, I don't want to die. I'm out. What the hell? That's not what the principal said. Wasn't he acting kind of funny? I heard the teachers talking. Someone called in a threat to the school this morning, saying they had to keep Class 2A coming to school, no matter what! Okay, so... I'm gonna try not to spoil anything. But I guess it really doesn't matter who cares about this story, right? We're pretty into it already. That sentence right there is super important. Because it is the only reason we have for why they have to go to school. A threat was called in. By who? I don't know. Ain't explained ever. If it is later on, then call me buffoon, but I'm pretty confident it is never explained. Anyway, who would do that? The vote keeper. The vote keeper? Okay, so they have a name for it now. Yeah, there's a guy who keeps the votes. It's spooky. The one who's sending those messages? They said it was a young female voice. It's a curse! Hikari-san really did curse us! You dumbass, a ghost isn't gonna make a phone call. True. Then who was it? Everyone, listen up, says MC. So of course everyone listens up. Could all the guys who voted yesterday raise their hands? I knew it. So, of course, all the guys raise their hands. And we figure out that it is that everyone who voted got to live. Anyone who did not participate died. So it seems like a major rule is whoever does not participate dies. And they go below anyone who goes last. So pretty much you have to participate. If you don't, you die. If you get the last place, you die. That's the rule. Sure. I think at this point I was like, yeah, okay, sure. I just wanted to know how it worked. I wanted to know who was behind it because so far, especially just now, saying that there's a young female voice on the other side of the phone calling in the threat. That means someone is making this happen. A human, not death, not like a spirit or anything, but just some random person. I'd really like to know how that works. We'll continue. You only say that because you have Otsuki-san. I'm not like you. I don't have any girls to vote for me, says random guy. Yeah, that's a bummer. So, they're all gonna vote for each other. Trying to make sure everyone stays alive. As best they can. I had that to convince everyone. But what if no one votes for you? I'll be fine. Can you call the girls and make sure they all vote for the other guys? Yeah, Then I'll see you. Shizuka-kun, see you tomorrow, for sure. Okay? I'm a coward. After all, I knew I wasn't going to die. Konda still has no votes. And only 7 of the girls have voted. So people have already voted for him. So I guess they don't believe me after all. I was just one of Kazuto's hangers-on. I'm nothing. Takayama-kun? And we're gonna meet a new girl here. Because MC is, as described earlier, very popular. Even though the school just started, and he flubbed his like beginner description of himself, his introduction, fly down, and he describes himself as not interesting and boring. What a catch! Nakajima-san, here. It's a good luck charm at our school. If you take the uniform ribbon you wore for an entire year and give it to the person you like, it will protect him. Okay. The person you like. Me. I couldn't come to school much last year, so my ribbon might not be too effective. Thanks, Nakajima-san. But sorry, I can't take it. So he turns him down. And so she votes for him. Wait, Konda still doesn't have any votes. Would you vote for him? He asks her. If you believe what I said, that is. Of course. I trust you. Because everyone trusts MC. And we got a really big picture of french fries. Holy cow, that's a lot of fries. So they hang out, have some french fries out of like a gallon bucket. Meet some other girls. They talk. They're like, oh my god, you're talking to your crush. And they're kind of pissed that they had weird pictures taken of them, because of course that makes sense. Why in the world why did that happen in the first place? How did he even take them? There are still 9 girls who haven't voted yet. We don't know exactly who, right? Then we have no choice but to start making calls. Some of them might not pick up. Let's go straight to their houses. So they start trying to make sure all the girls are voting so no one dies. I don't want anyone else to die. That's all. Sometimes he's good-hearted, you know. He's trying his best. Just you wait and see, vote keeper. Who is this? In the windowsill watching. It is the girl from the dream. Because of course. And so we get the next chapter. Sakura-san voted. How are things going, Kanai-san? Got it. Nomura-san voted. I'm headed to the next place now. So they're all working on making sure everyone votes. And it's seeming like they're doing a pretty good job. There are just one more. All of us will definitely make it to tomorrow. And they're like, yeah, we'll make it tomorrow, sure. We're all in it together. So they're taking a break. Nakajima-san, don't you think you should take a break? No, compared to the 2 of them running around, this is the least I can do. Come to think of it, didn't you call Utsuki-san for help earlier? I sent her a text, but she hasn't responded yet. Given the time, she's probably taking a bath. Even when she takes her bath. Oh, MC, you rascal. Uh-huh, we haven't even been able to get a hold of 4 girls, right? Rino, Kodama, Nana Nishino, Asahi Miyamoto, and Marina Yamamura. And so, like, he hasn't really said anything about it yet. Like, he hasn't told anyone, like, oh, that's the girl from my dream. But, you know, no one really likes to talk about very important information to each other in this manga. If we can't get in touch with them, then out of the 4, the one who hasn't voted is going to die. Never mind the fact that the people with 0 votes die. Why do the people who don't vote die? I wonder. Forced precipitation. Or something like that. Once people figure out that others are dying from this popularity contest, of course, no one will vote. But if there's a rule that if you die, if you abstain, I found Miyamoto-san. She said she hasn't voted yet. We found her. The last one. But there's a problem. She says a teacher took her phone, so she doesn't have her phone. She can't vote. Okay, like, you think, like, She can't just log in on something else? Or is this just like through text? It's not really explained well. It's like, it's personalized, right? So I guess it's a login, but not. It's just kind of like personalized to your phone number through text, I guess. You can't vote through anyone else's. I couldn't help it. I want to talk to him about the messages, and he said he was going to keep it for a while to see what happened. He wouldn't give it back. So they took her phone, so she's screwed. She's probably gonna die. Then I bet it's on his desk in the staff room. So he goes in, he runs in, looks for the phone, and there's a weird falling on MC's face situation. It's not here. But why? Maybe it's on another teacher's desk. No, maybe he brought it home. How much time left? 3 more minutes. No. 2. Damn it. We got this far. I know. Call her. MC's so smart. They found it. And they send in the vote. Popularity vote round 4 complete. And everyone has some votes. The people who have the least amount of votes is Hayate, Hideo, and Konda. We somehow managed to get everyone to vote in time. So, Tanagawa won, huh? Maybe we should check everyone's alibis for the morning to see if there's vote keepers in this class or not. That said, I don't want to suspect my classmates and look for a culprit. Am I being naive? So, like, they think it might be someone in class? Why? Why would someone in their class want to kill everyone? What? Anyway. Oh well. We managed to make it through today. I can think about this tomorrow. And so we now go back to main girl here. In a very interesting shot that I cannot show on YouTube. And she looks at her phone quizzically. Afterwards, we cut to the next day where MC is talking with Shinji. And they're talking about a plan to figure out what they can do about finding who the vote keeper is. They're going to go to the best friend's house later on. Thank you so much for everything yesterday. Because of you, I think I can have a little bit more self-confidence now. I'm the one you should be thanking. You. If it wasn't for you, I'm so glad that I summoned up my courage to tell you how I felt. Takayama-kun? And now we have... probably, again, so... like I said earlier, the art is good, right? So we get good-looking scenes. Good-looking scenes. That's, yeah. Nakajima-san! And he tries to save her from a falling window panel? Question mark? That's all glass? Nakajima-san, are you all right? And she's straight up split in half. This is a cool scene. So, like, this is all in the first manga. And like I said earlier, this is what I sent to a customer, thinking like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. Because look at this scene. That's gnarly. That's good stuff. Some screaming ensues. One of her friends gets mad. She's like, what the hell, Takayama-kun? Why? Nakajima-san voted, so why? Are there any other girls we can't reach? I just got a Holy Himari. I still can't reach Nishino-san. What about the guys? I just got Konda, and the older woman answered. She said he was taken to the hospital. There are police out in front of Enomoto's place. They said Nakagawa killed himself. So, this panel right here, really important. Because we see that other people are killing themselves. So it's not just murder. We had the best friend kill himself, right? But we weren't sure about it because there was the possibility he was pushed off. Like, pushed off of the roof or whatever. But in this panel, it explicitly states that they killed themselves. So it's not like someone's going around making this happen. It's more just like they just die. So it's a Final Destination situation, right? So why are we thinking it's someone in the classroom? That doesn't make any sense. And that's just the start. And so we finally figure it out that in reality, the condition for dying isn't getting no votes. It's coming in last place. So whoever comes in last, they die. The end all be all, no matter what. If you come in last, you're dead. Wait a minute, I was in last place last night, but I'm still alive. Shizuke can only so one vote saved me. Did you think that perhaps last time was special? Special? When you have invalid votes and people not voting, you can't exactly say that the vote was fair, especially in a small group like this class. Because there are people who don't vote last time invalidate the entire vote. And that is why I didn't die even though I was in last place. What I don't understand is this time, why did girls who should have voted die too? Nakajima-san did vote yesterday. She did it right in front of me. Konda still doesn't have any votes. Would you still vote for him? I trust you. Don't tell me. The people who voted for the ones in last place die too. So this is a lot, right? Like, why is there so many rules? Why is it like, okay, so absent vote, die. But if there is an absent vote, it's last place. But also, if you vote for last place, you also die. Why? It's so convoluted right from the beginning. This is so much. Why? This is so unnecessary. Why is this so much? Hey, has anyone called Wakaba? I voted for you, Enomoto-kun. And it turns out, the main girl voted for guy in last place. Wakaba! And now he's just racing in the streets, I guess, and he finds an accident happened and sees her battered on a stretcher. Unresponsive. Oh my god. So obviously she's of course dead. Of course. Definitely. 100% dead. Popularity vote round 4 results. Boys, 3 deceased. Girls, 6 deceased. 8 boys left, 12 girls left. When people chase their dreams. So next chapter. So the next chapter starts with a quote. When people chase their dreams, that is when they first truly live. However, there are some who dream of killing. Good quote. So we see Hideo split and stabbed, it looks like. And then Yuka got cut in half by a door? Question mark? We have 2 people who presumably burnt to death. Someone whose head got concaved in. And that's pretty much all the people who died. And then we go back to Wakaba, who apparently was walking to school with one of the girls. Student Nana Nishino got pretty much pulverized by a motorcycle. And then a car swerving out of the way hits Wakaba. Talk about dreams a little bit, classic cars, so they're like, I gotta give some personality to these characters, right? Nah, I'm good. She's in cardiac arrest. Hurry up with the defibrillator. Which hospital are we taking her to? What? That's an accident. She's probably dead right away. Why did someone say that? She's probably already dead. Whatever. Who cares? Who says that in a crowd? What? Then he gets a phone call. MC gets very angry and stomps on a bird? There you are, Takayama. Been looking for you. Tonagawa. So happened to Otsuku-san. She got in an accident on her way to school. She died immediately. Well, we don't... Again, with these, factual statements that we don't know. No, we don't know that. She was alive. They had the defibrillator. They said she had a heart attack. Whatever. Anyway. Oh. That's too bad, says the other guy. Too bad! You're gonna wrap it up just like that. Someone is dead. You're right. Sorry, so much has happened. I might be a little numb right now. Ah. Sorry. I know. I know that this is all my fault. Wakaba voted for Enomoto. Because of me! She died because of me! So the people who voted for the last place person died too. Takayama, you should probably avoid going back to class right now. If you show your face, it'll just get everyone worked up. Everyone's busy talking about who might be the vote keeper. Who are just all the vote, and Date-san are particularly strong candidates. You're right. And some people are claiming there never was a vote keeper, and that the site is haunted by the ghost of Hikari Iwata. So, like, that explanation makes way more sense to me. You know, it's some supernatural force, because there's no way that a student in this class is making all this happen. But oh boy, you'll see. Never mind the ghost idea, there's no doubt that this entire series of events is all centered around that voting site. Then, if we take down the site, it's possible. So they evaluate that maybe taking down the site would stop the voting, which would in turn, stop everyone from dying. Good plan. So they race to go see Kazuto's place. They see the mom, they try to visit Kazuto, and they go to his room. And it turns out his mom is kind of losing it. She thinks he's still alive. Yada yada, you know, classic stuff. And they go to his room, and there's this really bizarre part that makes no sense. Why is it even happening? But anyway, they see a video playing on the computer, as it says, "I'm Kazuto Sato, the vote keeper. That's right. I'm the one who's behind this entire plan. Oh my god, it's him! He's been alive this whole time!" Just kidding. Who came out on top? Was it who you thought it would be? Or was there a dark horse? Whoa, don't get so mad. This gave you a chance to get to know your classmates, didn't it? Kazuto, what are you talking about? So, like, this begs the question, did he just have this video playing on the computer, like, at 24/7? What? Still, a popularity contest is just one way to make the measure of a person. People aren't that easy to figure out. So let's make lots of memories and try to get to know each other even better from now on. Okay? Then see you later, everyone. Let's make this a great year. And it's on repeat. Why? Why is this video on? He says he's not the vote keeper. So what did he know? Anyway. It's recording. Were you planning on sending this to everyone since the contest was over, Kazuto? You had no idea things would turn out like this. Oh, what are you doing, Kazuto? Your friends are here to see you. Don't just stay cooped up in there. Come on. Kazuto! Kazuto, are you listening? Mom is kind of losing her mind. Father takes her away. Then they go snooping. So they find some info. What's wrong? And they're about to delete some items. What if we take down the site and the vote doesn't stop? Next up is the girls' contest. But if the site goes away, we can't vote. All of us guys will be wiped out for not voting. So now they think if they delete the site and it doesn't really work out, everyone would die. Sorry, but I don't want to die yet. Fair. We can take down the site any time. We should gather more information for now. Kazuto, what would you do? Wakabe, what would you want? What are you doing? MC reaches for the yes button. If we leave it like this, another person is going to die. It's a dangerous gamble. So, I actually like this other dude. He's pretty, like, with it for the most part, and he continues to be with it throughout the story. He's probably one of the more reasonable characters. Anyway, if there's a way for everyone to live, then I want to bet on that. Oh, classic MC. Kazuto, Nakajima-san, and the others, and the others. Just like how I'm going to describe everyone. MC, and the others. Wakaba, I don't know. I don't want to lose any more classmates. Fine, do it. I feel the same way, you know. That's right. Our wish is to make lots of great memories and to get to know each other better, right? Yep. Deleted. It's done. By the way, this whoever like wrote this part like doesn't understand how like a site works. Like it's presumably here a program, I guess. Because they were calling it a site earlier. But it's a program, I guess? I don't know. Is it all over? Is this it? At the very least, a voting site. Okay, there it is, yeah. They call it a voting site in the same panel where they deleted files. What? I'm not sure if they understood how internet works. Anyway. Now, if no messages come today, but it's not like this will bring anyone back, Kazuto and Wakaba are both. A voting message? Dun dun dun! No way! Wakaba? Shizuke-kun? Turns out, Wakaba's alive. She's fine. She's just at the hospital. Kazuto, the one who set everything up, died, but the updates to the site still continued. Almost like the site had a mind of its own! Well, duh. You didn't delete the site. You deleted some, like, he deleted like porn on his computer, not the actual site. Freaking morons. Then if we take down the site, it's possible. The idea wasn't wrong. We took down the voting site. Did you? Did you really? Are you sure? And something impossible right in front of our eyes. Otsuka-san, but isn't she dead? That's right, I definitely saw it. Wakaba got into an accident, and her bloody body was being carried away in an ambulance. Shizuke-kun? Wakaba, is that you? What are you talking about? Don't you recognize my voice? They just brought me my phone. I'm so glad I was able to reach you. I'm still at the hospital, so I can't talk too long. They're keeping me here today, just in case. Just in case. Wakaba, are you alright? I'm totally fine. I just got knocked out with some minor scrapes. Sorry for making you worry. And MC's all happy that Wakaba's alive. And so, we go to visit her. We see a classic accidentally see boobs joke. You really are okay. What a relief. You didn't have to come all the way here. Thanks. But I heard that you died right away. No, you didn't. You heard that from some, like, onlooker, not a paramedic. Why would you trust that? Anyway. I think that was about Nishino-san. He said it was too late for her, even before the ambulance came. Oh, then maybe Wakaba was saved because she was still alive when they took down the site? What? What is MC talking? What? So this is the... It begins, right? There's these little snippets so far that just make no sense. And trust me, it's gonna snowball. If only I just realized about the site earlier. Well, what do you mean? And they hug. And they have a nice resolution, you know? Everything's gonna be okay. They deleted the voting site. Somehow. Everything's just fine. The message never came. Of course, the site was still down. I went to go meet up with Kaba when they released her, and we hung out around town for a little while. It had been a while since we had free time like this. Of course, the peaceful life we had before would never come back. But at least those insane, bloody days were over. The end. That's it. Curly hair dude, we go back to him. He's up in best friend's house, saying his regards. MC and main girl hanging out. But then, a phone message. And of course, like, they freak out immediately before they even look at the phone. It could be a text from a friend, you know? Could be anything else. Could be a news alert. No, it has to be a message from the vote keeper. And it is, anyway. The vote keeper. Let the fifth popularity vote commence. The fifth round! Oh my god. Voting method. This time is different. Anonymous votes in a ballot box. That's hence the name. I assume. I assume this is what it's referenced, this part in the story that it's referencing. Doesn't really make much more sense in the rest of the story, but I assume it's just this. Ballot box? Tonagawa, that message just now. Never mind that. Take a look. A black ballot box is in their classroom. What the hell is that? A ballot box? And then, new challenger appears. It's the girl from the dream. Marina Yamamura. Okay, let's begin. The voting game. That day I finally realized that the problems hadn't even started yet. Man, that's prophetic, because that describes the story of this book. The problems hadn't even started yet. So that is book 1. And after reading that, I was like, hey, that was pretty good. And it was, right? I think most of you will be like, Mr. Boxuchan, that wasn't terrible at all. That was just fine. What in the world are you talking about? But don't trust me. Book 2? Oh, it goes off the rails.